This is the 2025 Toyota 4Runner TRD Pro. Is it the ultimate mid-size SUV? Hey everybody, it's Tom from Vehicle Visionary. I hope you're having a great day. Today we're at Yoakum Toyota in Shreveport, Louisiana to look at this fully redesigned 4Runner. If you want to know more about it, check out the link in the description of the video. Here on the front end, you're gonna see full LED lighting. The LED headlights, a dramatic change from what we saw with the previous generation that had no short lifespan, that's for sure. But one thing I like here is that you have a totally different look and design with your fog lights right here. You're gonna notice they're in a very different spot than you're often going to see with a lot of vehicles. Normally, they're over in this area. What do you think about that? You'll also find your light bar right here. I don't have that turned on right now, but it is there, a very nice look. LED headlights, LED daytime running lights, full LED lighting here, definitely doing a nice job. Now you might wonder about the scoop right here. I like that it's here, it looks nice, but it's not functional. Four-wheel drive, 18-inch wheels, a very nice look. I like this. I think it does a good job of representing what this SUV is. You're gonna have that TRD logo right there with the center caps, and we'll take a quick look into the suspension, let you see what's going on right there. Quite a bit going on. We'll give you the best look that we possibly can, but obviously this is not going to be common for every 4Runner out there. And it's a little bit harder to give you a look at the suspension here on the rear, but I'll do the best I can just to give equal time, just as we did with the front, but just a little bit more challenging where that is concerned. And you have the fender flares. Now they're gonna come in gloss black. I hope that holds up when you're out on the trail or wherever you may be running around with your 4Runner. It is extremely capable off-road, and I know owners will take advantage of that. Your TRD Pro logo is gonna be right here on the hood. Gloss black with your mirror caps, turn signal indicators built in. You're gonna see your cameras right there. Cameras all around here that really make it easy to see everything that's going on. Power adjustable side view mirrors, blind spot monitoring, and let me show you one more thing here that is very important. I'm going to push the button right there. And there you go. You can see they're also power folding. Always a good thing. Gloss black with your door handles. You'll be able to use the key if you need to get in. You can have a little bit of extra ground clearance here. So you're gonna have the steps to help get in and get out right there. That's going to be nice. The roof rails up top and plenty of visibility with all of the windows. And check this out back here. A very clean look with the rear window because the wiper is neatly tucked away up inside of the rear roof spoiler. You'll also have the shark fin antenna up top. We finish things off with our very nice look back here. You'll also have the inserts for the TRD stamped right here. So instead of having just the stamp, TRD Pro will be here with the inserts. That looks nice. And right there, that tells you a little bit about what's under the hood. And now we'll open the hood and I'll tell you a little bit more. Under the hood is the iForce Max 2.4 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder hybrid powertrain. Now you might think, oh man, that's gonna be weak. 326 horsepower and 465 pounds-feet of torque made it to an 8-speed automatic transmission. How about the MPGs? 23 city, 24 highway, 23 combined, and 4.3 gallons of gas per every 100 miles driven. To gain access to your gas tank, you'll need to push that button right there, and that opens the gas door. You're gonna have a gas cap as opposed to capless fuel fill. I know a lot of people are more in favor of the good old gas caps. When you fill up, you have a 19-gallon gas tank. Here is the remote. You're gonna have lock, unlock. You can open and close your power hands-free tailgate. And if you panic, there's the button you need to hit. If you need to tow a little bit extra, this is definitely something to consider because this model will tow up to 6,000 pounds. You see your spare tire underneath? We'll hit the button right here. One of the multiple ways you can open the power tailgate, as you can see. And when you get in here, you're gonna have between 43 cubic feet of cargo capacity when the rear seats are in their upright position, the seat backs, or you can maximize that to 83 cubic feet. You've got the cargo net right here. We'll also have some additional cargo options. There's quite a bit going on here as far as the different options and features you can have here, even some space within the rear areas right here. A lot going on. I like that. The rear cargo lighting is also going to be here. That's going to help out quite a bit. And when you need to power something, you're going to have your power outlet right there. And there are a couple of interesting things to talk about here. Number one, when you lower the rear seats down, you can lower them flat, but you can also, see if we can get this to work for us, raise them up like this. So depending on what your situation is, maybe you need to gain access to the front of the rear cargo area from right here, or the kids just want to jump back there and play. Maybe the adults do too, you never know. But just so you can see what happens, both seats do this, seats on both sides. So I don't have that one up right now, but you can see how I've demonstrated it here. Both will do that. Another very common question, do the rear seats recline? You can see that they do. The seats over here on this side are going to be in the more conventional position. The seat over here on the driver's side will be reclined back. Very easy to operate, very easy to deal with. You use that same lever down there that I just showed you when I folded everything forward. How about the armrest? Quite a bit of space where that's concerned. Door bin, not a lot going on there. You do have the bottle holder built in, and I like the fact that we have these steps right here to make it easier to hop into the interior. Plenty of room here in the back seat area. I feel good and comfortable, especially with the seat tilted back. Now these seats are pretty far back here, but you can see how that works. And rear air conditioning vents, that's always a good thing. We'll also have another power outlet and USB connectivity. And if you are a door bin fanatic, you better call Shotgun or grab the remote, because we have much larger door bins here. You're going to have this upper area here as well, quite a bit of space, and the armrests nice and comfortable. Going to have that red contrast stitching that's throughout the interior, and you can raise and lower the seats, and you also have your lumbar support. That's going to make everybody happy. You can see some of the space that we have here with the center console, wireless charging pad, and a couple of USB options in addition to a 12 volts. If you're looking for the 12 volt, there that is. I like the use of the space right here. There's not a lot of it, but there is some space right there. You can see the Toyota logo here. Black lettering highlighted in red. Gonna have that red around it right there to contrast it, and then plenty of room within the glove box. Okay, for those of you who have been patient enough to make it to this point in the video, what is the sticker price? Don't tell anybody if they ask in the comment section. Tell them to watch the whole video. $73,067. If you need the $67 to come buy this 4Runner, let me know. I'll come pay you the $67 to help you get over the hump. Let's see what else you get for that price. Now, you've seen over here some of the controls for the power windows, everything right there for controlling those positions as far as all that goes. And you also have your controls to lock and unlock the windows, roll those down, seat memory right here. Something I really like and wish were in more vehicles, the auxiliary switches right here. You can wire in a lot of different things, such as the light bar. Whatever it is you want to do, you can add that and then use these to control whatever that is. And we also have the control right here for our tilt and telescopically adjustable steering wheel. A nice modern look with your dash. You've got a combination of analog and digital gauges here. You've got that speedometer that's going to be digital, but you also have your analog tachometer and speedometer here. Wonder if we could reach that 120 miles an hour. We're not going to try, I promise you. That might be the last video I make here if I did that. We're not going to do that. Everything for your adaptive cruise control right here, and then you've got all of your other controls over here on the other side, on the left-hand side. You can go through a lot of different information depending on what you want to see. We can arrow through that. We'll run through that real quick and just show you some of the things that are here. Pretty easy to deal with, pretty easy to figure out, but you might want to know about some of that. If you need to go back, you can hit the back button right there. That's easy to deal with. Turn signal indicator control right here, or blinker stalk as we often call it. Control the headlights and fog lights right here. The only difference between the two is that you can set your headlights to auto, but you're going to have to manually turn the fog lights on and off. And over here, everything for the front and rear window wipers. And you can see the overall design of the steering wheel. We're going to have that TRD logo down here. And the upper console offers quite a bit. You can have your sunglass holder right here. You can open and close the power sunroof. It tilts and slides open. And obviously turn on your lights if you need to, your map lights there. And this switch here, what does that do? Well, I'm going to pan around. We didn't talk about this earlier because it's easier to show from this point, but there it is, opening up right now. Got somebody making a cameo appearance in the video. Hope he's okay with that. But you can see what all is going on there. And it's very easy to know where you go to turn the engine on and off. Bright red TRD logo on there as well. And something that Toyota is not lacking for is a large screen. Plenty of room here, plenty of space, easy to operate. A lot going on here. Some that I'll show you. I'm just going to go through a quick little tour here, not too much, but just to show you some of the features and the functionality that are here. But it's pretty simple to deal with. I like that. It works well. But here's something I really like. The surround view camera. It lets you see everything that's going on all around your 4Runner. And here's something interesting. If you say, wait a minute, Tom, that's not the right color of the 4Runner. If I bought that one, how would I fix that? Well, here's how you fix it. You can actually make it any color that you want to as far as the available colors go. You can see everything that's here. I'm going to go ahead and leave that white because that's what it was to begin with. And we can keep looking around. There's a couple of different ways to do this. I really like what Toyota has done here. A little different from other manufacturers out there, so it definitely does a nice job. Now, you can hit the button right here to turn that on or off. That's what I did right there. And then we have our dual zone climate control, as you can see here. And I like that we have the ventilated seats and the heated seats. Don't need the heated seats right now. Those ventilated seats are wonderful for this time of year. It is getting warm in Northwest Louisiana. Dual zone climate control, everything you need is there. There is the control for your radio, turning that on and off and adjusting the volume, and a nice shifter here. Again, we're going to have that stripe right there just like we do on the steering wheel, the TRD logo. Very easy to deal with. We can go into reverse, neutral, drive, and we can move that over. And then you can manually select your gears. Now, we have more camera views to talk about as well. So quite a bit going on. So you can see how easy it is to know where you're going to look. There's those side view mirror cameras I talked about earlier in the video. You have another 360-degree view right there. And we can also go right there and take a look at another view that we have. Quite a bit going on where that is concerned. You will not have any trouble at all seeing what's going on around your 4Runner. And you're going to have your power parking brake right here, brake hold mode. You have everything to control four-wheel drive, whether you're in two-wheel drive, 4 high, 4 low. You can do that right here with the selector. Also, this is how we select our driving modes. And so I'll show you what happens on the screen on the driver's display when we go into sport, normal, and eco. Nothing major going on there, but just to show you a little bit about what goes on where that's concerned. And our cup holders are here. Plenty of room with the center console, the lid doubling as an armrest, and there's a decent amount of room within. Quick look around the interior just to show you some of the different design elements that you're going to have for 2025. One thing that I do find kind of interesting is that there's a grab handle in every single door except for the driver's. And yeah, you do have the oh crap handle that you can grab onto, but I know for me, I'm used to reaching in my vehicle up here to grab something to hold on to, but you could use the steering wheel just as easily. Okay, here we go on our test drive. And one thing I wanted to mention I didn't talk about earlier in the video is the ground clearance of the TRD Pro. This is 10.1 inches. Now I'm going to let you just listen for a little bit. It may sound really noisy, but it's actually not too bad. Even with those larger tires, it's pretty quiet in here in the interior. At least by my experience, it may sound a little bit louder for those who are listening through my lapel mic. That tends to pick things up and make it sound a little louder than it really is. But it's not too bad in here. Now, we are on an extremely rough road right now, and I did that on purpose because I wanted to see what the ride quality is like. And I know from driving this road on a very regular basis that this 4Runner is soaking up the bumps very nicely. It is very comfortable. The suspension is working very well. You can definitely feel it working as you go down the road. I would love to get on an off-road situation, but unfortunately that is not going to be possible. This is the closest we can get. You can kind of do some off-roading on the road when you're in Louisiana. And I know a lot of you can say the same thing about the states where you live, but I'm very impressed with the ride quality here. The seats themselves are very comfortable. I feel like the seat hugs me very, very well. It's not too much, it's not too little. It seems to be just right as far as that goes. I feel very secure on the road. The steering is nice and tight. A lot of the time when you drive something like this, it kind of has that almost feeling of being on the edge of being out of control, just kind of feels top heavy, so to speak. You don't get that here. It's very well balanced. I like that. That is a good thing. It's easy to see out of. One thing I don't think I mentioned earlier is that you have the rear view camera mirror. That makes a difference. You can go in and make several adjustments to that and help that out. So let's give it the best test we possibly can here. Driving over the railroad tracks, I'll let you listen. Got a little bit of noise there, but I tell you what, again, something I drive over regularly, it soaked it up nicely. Technology here, easy to learn and use, not a big deal where that's concerned. Toyota Safety Sense is going to help you out a lot as far as staying safe on the road. A lot of great features. You've got all the different sensors around the vehicle. All that good stuff is going to be there. A lot going on here that I think gives Toyota some big thumbs up, but my big question is, what do you think?
Sorry, I'm having trouble understanding you.
And there's another little thing, but we didn't talk about that. But obviously you can talk to your assistant here, but I didn't intend for that to happen. But what do you think? Did they do a good job? Is there something missing? What are your thoughts? As far as power goes, I haven't really stepped on it real hard, being that it's a brand new vehicle, not broken in. I don't want to go too crazy with that, but I can tell that it will get down the road and get up to speed with absolutely no problem. You definitely have no shortage of horsepower and torque. And just in general driving, it doesn't feel like the engine is struggling to get you down the road. It feels like there's a lot left. I know a lot of people are going to say, gee, I wish it still had the 6-cylinder. Can't say that I blame you for that, but try it and see what you think about it if this is something you plan to buy. And there it is, the 2025 Toyota 4Runner TRD Pro. Is it the ultimate midsize SUV? Tell me what you think down in the comments section, and tell me what you think about the changes that Toyota has made where this 4Runner is concerned. I'm interested to receive your feedback. I'd like to say a special thanks to my friends at Yoakum Toyota for loaning me this 4Runner for the day so I could tell you all about it. And a special thanks to all of you for being kind enough to give me the opportunity to give you a vision for your next vehicle. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit the like button. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any future videos. Please share this video on your timelines on social media so other people can see it. And if you would like to learn about additional vehicles you may wish to consider purchasing, check out the video that's on the screen right now, and I will see you there.